Thank you for listening to this Belly Up Sports Podcast Network product. Some said we go belly up, so we made it our name, and we're still here.
Call yourselves Title Town? Are you kidding me?
That's fraud.
It feels like a gray area.
Spoiler alert, Canada. Cup's coming back to the US of A.
There's way too much negative stigma attached to strippers.
I hate you guys so much.
My dog just shit his ass.
What's up, everybody? It's Brews Day. It's Craft Root Sports time on a Tuesday. Still not used to this. It's very strange. It's very awkward. I got to get
still not used to your
the Brews
radio DJ intro.
What's up, everybody? It's Slappy the Jizz here on Tuesday. I'm Mike. With me, as always, is Jizz. That's Scott over there. What's up, Scott?
I'm a good person, man. I hope I get another shot, man. I'm a good person. I know those emails were unfortunate, but I tell you what, Spider 2Y Banana, I'm a good person.
I'll tell you, man, I'm a good person.
What a fucking loser. I'm doing good. I'm doing much better than John Gruden.
I was going to say, you're just feasting on John Gruden's tears today.
I am. Talk about the perfect pre-show moment. The last text that ESPN sends me before the show is that John Gruden is apologetic and wants another shot in the league. Good times.
Matt Barr chiming in saying the echo with Mookie talking about his dog's ass never fails to get a chuckle out of me. Mookie, how's your dog's ass doing today?
I'm about to stick my foot in it. I tell you what, I'm trying to work on some boundaries and just chilling the hell out. But you know, that's what happens when you have a working dog that you don't work enough.
How are you feeling today, man? Have you recovered from Saturday night yet?
Yeah. Today I would call as my first full day back on this planet. I was talking to a buddy about it earlier, and he's like, dude, it's Tuesday. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, the fuck you trying to say, man? Like, you trying to make a point? But you know, it is what it is. I guess this is kind of what you get for being a Cincinnati fan in any sense of the manner. Hey, you know, at least I'm not Nebraska.
Yep, there you go. Speaking of Nebraska, hate Caesar. How you feeling, man?
College football's fucking back, baby. The only thing I live for is back. The things that cure my summer depression is back. The things that I love the most in this fucking life is back. Shout out Lamar Jack, QB1 in the fucking sack. Let's fucking go, baby. I can't wait. Oh my God.
What is going on?
I love college football so much.
Lamar Jackson, dog. That's what's
I also
going
got a haircut. So shout out Cree.
You got the haircut, but you don't have the mustache back. What's up with that?
Seriously. Where's your little brother? Bring your little brother back.
That's where you should be bringing back.
They're pubes right now.
My brother's working on his car, actually.
Matt Barr saying Tuesday Brews Day. Let's fucking go, boy. Chase gave us an elbow cough and then said, let's go. Was somebody coughing before we went live? Is that what happened there?
No, he just ripped one. That's what.
And then Tank saying LFG CBS. Shout out Tank. I got listen, not so much with Tank, but Mookie and Scott, I got problems with you guys. We got issues that we need to talk
I got problems
through.
with you being a selfish human being that you
You know,
are.
it's funny. I didn't realize it was Festivus so soon this year.
Yeah, no, there's gonna be an
Family
area
guy over here. Start
I got-
calling you Peter Griffin.
I got problems with you two. Mookie and Scott appeared on Tank's podcast, What You Into, this weekend. I was supposed to, but I'm a loving, supportive husband helping my wife get her business off the ground.
Beta!
Take care of my kids and was not able to attend. But Mookie and Scott held it down for Craft Root Sports, and I got problems. I got issues. We'll talk about that later. But we do have an interview coming up here shortly.
I was gonna say, so he didn't write that. That's just like a YouTube translate. Well, you know what? I'm on the YouTube stream over here in the comments. It's actually the dab emoji. It's just that StreamYard or whatever translated it to
fantastic.
whatever that shit was.
Amazing. That's amazing.
Ooh, well done, Chase.
Listen, we got an awesome show for you guys coming up. Tonight we're gonna be talking to Lauren Bishop. She is here.
Comment section is lit already.
It is. I also saw this one. Caesar Roberts saying your haircut looks like
Okay, one, I just woke up from like bed a while back. I just haven't showered today.
Guys,
And
I feel like this is earned.
Race card.
it's also racist. So fuck you, Robert.
We got an awesome show. Lauren Bishop from the Cincinnati Rollergirls is coming on tonight to promote their upcoming game on September 10th. So we're going to talk to her about roller derby and the return of the Cincinnati Rollergirls. Scott broke down some hard knocks from last week's episode to get you ready for this week's. I got problems with the fellas. Mookie is just wallowing in self-pity since FC Cincinnati could not close one out against Columbus.
Oh, my God.
Again.
Can't relate.
So we have
Hell is real, bro.
They're worse at sealing a deal than like I was during adolescence. And that's saying something, dude, because, man, you want to talk about swing and miss? That was my whole game plan, basically.
Speaking of swinging and missing, there's Mookie right back in it.
I was glad everybody just let the silence wallow.
Hey, I didn't get a single boo this man on Tank Show.
Also,
just saying.
Scott, we have a baseball injury, a classic baseball.
Oh,
injury.
God, yes, we do.
Love a good baseball injury. We'll get to all of that later. Before we do that, let's talk about these beers that we're drinking. I think my mouse just froze, and I'm not going to be able to hit any of the cues, guys. We got some problems
Excuses.
here. Mookie, hit the music, and let's talk about these beers that we're drinking
What
tonight.
music am I hitting?
Feeding the Ducks.
Oh,
The sexy
boy.
music.
There's so much to scroll through here, I tell you.
Don't scroll.
There it is. I found it.
Oh, I got it. No, I don't have it. It's gone. I have no control over the show tonight, guys. This is gonna be
Mookie runs the
ball. Oh no. Oh no. All right, Mookie, solo in on Scott. I'm gonna try to get
Wild card, bitches! Yeah!
All
That's
right,
actually very well done.
and look at all that time I
Very
bought
good
you.
timing. I am drinking a Whole Hogs pumpkin ale. I'm continuing this pumpkin journey because whenever the fuck I say it's pumpkin season, that's when the fuck it's pumpkin season. It's 7%. There's nothing fancy. It's just called pumpkin ale. They don't even bother putting a descriptor on here. I mean, yeah, I'd fuck it, but this is a basic ass bitch. I'll tell you that much. I'm not bragging about this one. You can't turn down free sex sometimes.
getting the
It
job
happened.
done. Is
It happened.
Right. It's getting me wet more ways than one.
There you go.
okay.
Well, speaking of getting you wet, I'm pretty sure that my boy Chase is stoked now for this hot takeover. Or as
I
you
can't even
can,
see comments. I can't see anything.
you can't even see comments. This is fantastic.
I can't get to any other thing on the computer. I don't know how I'm going to control the game that I had set up for when Lauren gets in here. I'm like,
Good news for you. We've got some help from the crowd. Robert
guys, I got
Taylor
my mouse
chiming
back.
in.
We're back.
Oh, okay. Well, did you change your battery like Robert Taylor suggested?
Did you
but the problem
unplug it
was-
and then
Did.
plug it back in?
I did change the battery. The problem was the battery, the rechargeable batteries are behind the green screen, and I couldn't get there fast enough. So I had to switch it out with the keyboard battery in a pinch.
Yeah, not gonna lie, this explanation's way too long and way too boring. Back
Mookie,
to
what are you
me.
drinking? What are you
Yeah,
drinking?
great. Tonight I'm going with the double clip from Stoneface Brewing Company again. I don't remember when I had this. It was a little bit ago, but it's good, man. This is a solid one. This is clearly that girl that you go back around to and are so thankful she doesn't remember you from the first time. And so when you disappoint her for the second time, it's like it's really for the first time. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's a good time. It is a beer that has details which I can't see, so fuck it. Let's have a good time tonight.
How dare you, Chase? How dare you?
Well, so here's the thing, though. I was
This
going to
is
ask
a
Scott.
basic bitch, says the man drinking a pumpkin beer in August. Chase, this is prime pumpkin beer season, man. This is when they're at their freshest. This is when you got to get those.
When the Halloween decorations go up, pumpkin beer's in season. So if they keep pushing that shit to like July, I mean, it's just gonna be pumpkin season in July. I don't know what to tell you. I don't make the rules.
The problem is, Scott, you need time for those pumpkins to mature before you harvest them. You need a
Nah.
quality pumpkin to go into a quality pumpkin beer. And if you're going to go with just the basic name, like this is pumpkin ale from our brewery, you got to come harder than they did, though. You can't just let it be like, yeah, it's pumpkin ale. Like, great. I feel for you there, but
well, every
but
party needs a basic bitch, though. I mean, they can't all be 10s. There's got to be some. There's got to be some 5s so that the 10s look better.
Robert with the correct take. Shut up, Chase. Join the party, pal. That's the correct way to do it. Just peer pressure my man into enjoying pumpkin beers. Caesar, what do you got in your mug tonight? Would you bang it?
I don't know. I'm drinking sour mashed. Wait, that's not what the fuck it's called. It's called Tiger's Blood. It's called Tiger's Blood from Blue Owl Brewing back in Austin, Texas. Strawberry, watermelon, coconut, sour. I feel like there's milk, sugar, and vanilla in here. 5.6 alcohol.
Wait. You feel like there's milk, vanilla, and sugar in there, or there is?
Yeah,
vanilla
no,
and
that's what it
sugar
feels
in
like is in there. I feel like they didn't put that
feels
in
like
here.
it. What about it
kinda
is making
sweet.
you feel that?
It's
Is it a
sweet.
mouth feel, or is it just a?
Wait, I'm out. My
premonition
face is on
that
the
you
camera. Why
have?
am I raising my hand? Have you ever had like boba, like a boba tea?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like like the aftertaste of that is what I'm getting in here.
Oh, so it's got that creamy milk sugar after.
Yeah, that's what
you're
think
so
is-
familiar with.
Yeah, all
Gotcha.
over the face, bro. It's kind of crazy.
Thank you for understanding what I was doing there.
Gabe says Notre Dame football is back, drinking a
Fuck
Rhine
Notre
Guy
Dame,
Truth
bro.
inspired by the Green Cans Stadium Bang session. Robert, under the weather, he's drinking Pedialyte and chicken soup, classic bangable combo.
Comforting for sure.
Let's see if I can scroll here quickly and see if anybody else. Matt Barr, Naturday's classic, because I was feeling it tonight and I was too lazy to get anything else. Would bang and reminisce about.
I like that it's officially moved into Naturday's classic territory.
Yeah.
Because there's more than one variation of Naturday's. You can get the OG Naturday's now.
Dude, that's the problem though. I can't
Caesar-
find that shit anymore.
You can't find the OG anywhere?
I can't find Net.
I haven't seen the pineapple since last summer, but I've seen the red, white, and blue and the OG. But that's it.
Yeah.
I have not seen the pineapple ever since then.
Caesar Tank pointing out Tiger blood equals Charlie Sheen blood. You should probably get tested. So just throwing that out there.
Oh yeah.
Brother, I
Get
just got a haircut. I gotta get tested regardless.
Wait,
Wasn't
hold-
talking to you, Caesar.
I just got a haircut. I've got to get tested regardless.
Yeah,
Was that the
like-
phrase that you just said?
Yeah.
Why?
What do you
What do you
Okay,
do? What do you
barber,
do
bro.
at a haircut?
I got a haircut, so my head no longer looks like a fucking coconut. So when I go out, I'll be walking into like the club or whatever, and they'll be like, "Oh, míralo,
Oh.
and I just stand there.
Do you think you're gonna get some booty?
I'm
No,
drinking
I don't
Here
think-
Today IPA from it's just a 6.5% dad pop style IPA. This is a Missionary Wednesday type beer. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Chase wants to know who's your barber, Caesar. Is it Harvey? Milk?
I don't know who Harvey Milk is. It's probably a reference for like 40-year-olds. But
older than that.
Oh my god, I hate our interns sometimes, man.
Because they always go to the
Hold
old
on.
standby old person.
Bro, I
joke.
just-
Look at me, I'm so young.
I'm not young whatsoever, dude. I work with a bunch of fucking 18-year-olds.
Oh yeah, those
No.
young bastards.
Let us know in the comments
Starting to
what
get
you're
creepy in here,
drinking
guys.
and rate it by whether or not you would bang it as.
I need to stop
Go ahead.
drinking sours.
Yeah, you probably should stop. You should probably stop that.
It's a solid idea.
It looks like our guest is logging in. I don't know if her camera is working right now. We'll try to bring her in. Lauren, yeah, it looks like the camera is having some problems. So Lauren, you might need to log out and log back in. So we will we'll check in with Lauren here shortly.
Great audio content.
Tank is gonna run some help for us on that one. Tank promised to be technical support if Lauren had any trouble. So yeah, while we're waiting for Lauren to hop back in, Scott and Mookie were on this week's episode of What You Into with Tank Mansfield talking college football, which I found hilarious because Scott doesn't even like college football, not a college football fan at all. And you faked your way through 2 hours of an episode. You would have had no idea that you don't watch any college
I'm a
football.
goddamn politician, motherfucker. I'm a professional.
What politician are you, Scott? What are you associated with?
Whichever one benefits me the most.
What was the thing you said in the chat though? Something about opportunist or
Oh, what did I? Yeah, I don't want to misquote myself.
See, that's what I was trying to not do.
Yeah,
I thought
well,
you
'cause
remembered.
I'm liable. Well, no, I can't remember. That was a little bit something.
That part with the punctuation to the joke. Mookie doesn't know anything about sports. What a wild combo.
Go team.
I was listen. I'm not going to give away the goods. We'll do.
Oh,
it
I
later.
said I was a African opportunist.
Yeah, there we go.
Yes. Yes.
It's just so brilliant. It
Well,
really is.
Because Tank called me a black conservative, and I'm like, well, I'm not quite either of those things.
Can I vote for your party, or does that make it cultural appropriation?
Hey, you can do what you want. I mean, again, if it benefits you, vote for it. That's the way.
That should be the American motto.
That's the way I punch my tickets. Which one of these guys agrees with more things that I agree on? He's getting this vote.
There we go. Tank said Lauren's computer froze. She's restarting it. So we'll get to
Not
Lauren
the
in a
dreaded.
second.
Oh,
Caesar,
so
what
not
just
being a
happened down there?
hardcore
Your eyes
helps.
super wide. What just happened down there, Caesar?
As a Roman Catholic, we're told that we're supposed to be nice to other people and pray for the people when they're going through times of need. And Gabe is going to Columbus to watch Notre Dame play against Ohio State. So,
So you're praying for him in his time of need?
yes, I'm praying for him in his time of need because he's going to watch C.J. Stroud and C.J.
Look,
Henderson.
All I'm gonna say,
ballistic.
Gabe, is I'm a fan just like you, but for your own safety, I would really appreciate it if you travel up there with a red sweatshirt.
Brother,
So
what
worst
you
case
got that?
scenario,
I'll buy
at the
you a
end of the
beer.
game, you can throw on a red hoodie or something and like be safe.
I saw on Twitter, people were talking on Twitter. There was like some accounts that tweeted out that they were like, Notre Dame fans really have no idea what's coming on Saturday. And I don't understand
Dude,
how
the
people
shoe.
think that, because I think every Notre Dame fan I've talked to realizes exactly what's coming on Saturday.
Yeah, I haven't heard a single Notre Dame fan that's like overly vocal or boisterous about this game in any way, shape, or form.
No, every single Notre Dame fan is like, I hope we get a backdoor cover magically. Like, that's the best you can hope for in this game.
Like,
Nobody is expecting.
Honestly,
Notre
this
Dame
is the most realistic I've seen Notre Dame fans in probably my entire life.
When your
Like,
head coach is
most down
openly,
to earth.
is openly talking about how he's going to use the point spread to motivate the team, you know you're in trouble. Like, it's never going to end well if that's the thing that's being talked about on Monday and Tuesday heading into a Saturday game.
That's just, see, I think that's just Freeman trolling everybody. Everybody made a big to-do about that. No, he doesn't know the point spread. He's gonna he said he's going to try to stop the run game instead of focusing on C.J. Stroud, the Heisman. I think it's all just Freeman trolling. I don't think that's him in any way being serious. We're not used to a coach with a personality, Mookie. That's the problem. Let's see. It looks like Lauren's still spinning. I don't think that computer has updated.
We broke her shit. Sorry. She signs on in media. It's like, nope, you're getting a virus from these people. They are terrible.
But okay, so we're all in agreement then. Does Notre Dame even get the backdoor cover, Mookie? Do you think they even sneak it in?
No, it's going to end up 35-14. 35-14, quote me.
35. Okay, I could get behind 35-14. No, I can't get behind that one because my parlay is Ohio State to take the first half, cover the first half, Ohio State to cover full game, and then I'm taking the over on 58.5. Parlaying that. And I think
here's where I want to agree with you, but I'm not gonna, because I think unlike Brian Kelly, Marcus Freeman is actually a good coach and can game plan. So he's going to try to slow him down. I still believe in our defense and his game planning going in against that Ohio State offense. And I also think there's going to be a part with the Buckeyes where they're like, look, we don't want to pour it on too hard here. There's not going to be as many possessions. It's not going to be like a Notre Dame Navy game, but there's not going to be as many possessions as you would think. So that's why I'm only giving them 35. Now, if they pop like a kick return touchdown or a pick six, obviously that goes out the window and then you get your over cover. But I think if you look at the way that the teams are going to try to play it, Notre Dame's going to slow it down. Ohio State's just going to grind the ball on the ground and then try to hit some big ones over the top here and there if they have to. But if they don't, then get out without anyone pulling a hammy or blowing a knee, they're satisfied.
I don't know, man. It feels like this is one of those games where Ohio State comes out to make a statement. This is the first time they've played Notre Dame since that Fiesta Bowl. This is also Marcus Freeman returning to Ohio State where he played his college ball. This just feels like one of those where Ohio State's like, we're going to hang 60 on them, and good luck with that.
If it wasn't the very first game of their season, I'd agree. But this is the first competitive football these kids will play together as a team. So there's just going to be a little bit. And hey, imagine that. StreamYard keeps crashing on our guest computer. Wow, it's not just me.
Yeah, I see Lauren here, but I don't see her camera. I don't know if she can hear us at all.
Tell her to do the phone, Tank.
Yeah, it might be easier to just do the
whole iPhone, because iPhone can withstand anything. Anything.
Are there any other good matchups this weekend? Like anything? I know Pitt plays this weekend. That was supposed to be one of the bigger games. That
the backyard brawl.
Yeah, Pitt, West Virginia is this weekend.
JT Daniels. Oh, I was into analysis of that? Okay. So JT Daniels comes back.
You started talking and then just stopped.
Oh, no. Okay, sorry.
It out for you. You're just like, I'm throwing out name. JT Daniels. Pat McAfee.
Yeah. LSU, cool. FSU is playing the backyard brawl, which is for the first time in, I think, in a decade or so. JT Daniels with the new offensive coordinator who's within USC. He should be balling out. He might low-key be the best quarterback of the Big 12 this year. So, should be a good game. And then
he might be the best quarterback in the Big 12, says the guy who has been pumping up Quinn Ewers in our face all summer long. Are you kidding me right now?
No, wait, look. You asked for analysis. I gave you analysis. You want me to put my Texas hat on, and I'll put it on. I'll put it fucking on.
I know.
And I go fucking crazy.
Caesar, you never take it off. It's fine. We know.
I was going to say, why do you think analysis matters now? When have we ever wanted analysis on this show?
I don't know.
That's why I can't figure out what's going on. The first 10 minutes of the show has all been fucking college football analysis. Y'all wake me up later.
Well, Gabe, I'm down. I'll take you up on that friendly wager, buddy.
What was the wager? I didn't see it. Yes. Who loses worse, Texas versus Bama?
I think Texas loses worse, but it'll be content, and I feel accepted by the CBS community. So yeah.
Yeah, but you saw what you got to drink, right?
I don't know what that is.
A car? Whoa! Excuse me.
You don't know what an Irish car bomb is?
No.
Didn't you graduate college? That means you were there for a couple years.
Yeah, but in the South. Well, Texas.
Who gives a fuck? What'd you guys do on St. Patrick's Day?
Because I can see our guest.
Put a pin in this.
Our guest is here. But just so you know, Caesar, an Irish car bomb is half a shot of Bailey's, half a shot of Jameson, drop it in Guinness, and chug it.
Oh,
and it's amazing.
Light work.
Really good. He said
light
work.
Okay.
Tuning in now from the Cincinnati Rollergirls. We've got
from
Lauren.
The basement.
Lauren, I'm sorry that your computer did not like this.
Yeah.
At all.
I blame tech support.
No, it's StreamYard,
100%.
Their code shit.
Lauren is here with the Cincinnati Rollergirls. For those of you outside of Cincinnati that don't know, Cincinnati Rollergirls is a roller derby team here in Cincinnati. They have basically been on hiatus since before COVID. COVID kind of shut everything down. They have their first game coming back on September 10th, and it's in a new venue at the Cintas Center on Xavier's campus. It's a big freaking deal to be in Cintas. Lauren, that was my first thing I wanted to ask you. So the Rollergirls spend so much time at the Cincinnati Gardens. Yeah. That got torn down. You were at Schmidt Fieldhouse for a while. How does it feel finally making this jump to Cintas?
It honestly doesn't quite seem real yet, because we spent basically all of 2019 planning for our 2020 season there, which was supposed to be 4 games at Cintas, and then basically everything evaporated in a matter of weeks in early 2020. Had to cancel the entire season. So it was all that planning and preparation and excitement was just it all just disappeared. And we frankly had no idea if and when we were going to get back there, but we stayed in touch with them, and they're awesome to work with. And they had one available date this fall. so we grabbed it.
Dibs.
Yeah. How did that go with COVID? Because the team is all volunteers. The girls on the team, they pay for their own skates. They've got club dues. It's all volunteer stuff. So when COVID hits, how many of them were just all right, I'm out, I'm done now?
Yeah, I mean, for a long time, a lot of them were undecided, if they were going to come back or not. It was a big loss. It's a huge part of your life when you're an active skater. You're going to practice multiple days a week, and you're traveling the games, and then to have that suddenly all just disappear. People, I think, for a while were kind of what am I going to do with myself now? I think we all kind of felt that way, but especially, people with that kind of schedule. So most of them have come back. A few did decide to retire or just go on to other things. And I totally get that. And we have a lot of new people on the team now too, which is awesome. Roller skating definitely became a thing during the pandemic, something that people just picked up to pass the time. So we're definitely seeing a lot of, we call them pandemic skaters who decided to take an interest in derby. So that's awesome. So like, I think our net loss was only like 2 people between the people who left and then the new people we gained. So, I mean, it's a very different team now, of course, but it's that's the case with like pretty much every team in the country.
I picture your first practice or tryout back or whatever, and you've got all the pandemic skaters showing up, and you look out there and you're like, oh my God. And you run through like the first light contact drill, and the field just gets cut in half. And they're just like, no, this is different when you have to touch people.
Yeah,
like,
no, it is. It's very different. And like, yeah, some people give it a shot and decide it's not for them, and that's totally fine. But other people like discover that it's their thing and they want to put the work in to actually like not just learn how to skate, but to learn how to play like a full contact sport on skates.
This is a fantastic question from the comment section, Lauren. What is rookie hazing looking like for pandemic skaters? Because there's got to be something that goes on to like welcome the pandemic skaters into derby. So what's that look like?
Yeah, we really, fortunately, don't really have like a hazing type of culture, but like, you know, it's frankly just intimidating enough just to like come into that atmosphere with these people who've been skating for a really long time and like are really good at it. And then somebody in their brand new skates rolls up and is, you know, it's super intimidating. So like we've actually done a lot to try to like ease people into the team and like help them, you know, just learn all the things that they need to know, not only like the skills, but just like the culture and just, there's a lot to it. So we really try to like work with them and make them feel comfortable.
Well, and what goes into like training to be a roller girl? Like, especially since we're talking about people that are coming from scratch, like how would you just go from, all right, I'm doing this after the first practice. Like, what's the training like from there?
Yeah, so the way it works now, like we used to have pretty intense tryouts and like there were like multiple things that you had to know how to execute. And like basically like we would cut people after like various rounds of things and like people would leave crying. Like it was
good. Handing out roses. Didn't get one. Get out.
Yeah. So
big league.
Now like that's like one of many things that has changed on the team over the years. Like, so now there's like, we do still have a tryout and there are various skills that people get tested on. But like, if you make it through the tryout, if you don't like quit or leave in the middle of it, as long as you like try everything, like we'll essentially take you onto the team. You just like won't be eligible to make a roster right away if you can't execute everything. Like, we kind of group people into 3 skill levels after that tryout. Like the developmental team, we call it. Then we have kind of like an intermediate team that we call the Natty Lights. And then like
yes. Fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, and please tell me the C squad is called the Natter Days.
No, that didn't exist when we came up with these names. So we may have to revisit that because that's pretty perfect. And then the top level is what we call our sports governing body is called the Women's Flat Track Derby Association. So like at that level, that's when, if they can do all of the skills, like to play in a, like with the sanctioned game, like that's when they're eligible to make a roster. So then we just keep working with people until they can reach that top level. But that's like cool. Sometimes it takes people some people like a few months. It takes other people like a year before they make it to that level. So like they really just have to be willing to put the time and effort in to get to that point.
How many people show up for the developmental squad and they're asking for those brown skates when they get there and they're like, can I just rent these for the day?
Yeah, I mean we allow that. I mean we practice at a skating rink. It's called The Place in Coleraine, and like if people don't have skates, like they can just rent a pair there because they're not cheap, and like we don't want people to like go out and buy $1,000 pair of skates before they even know if this is a thing they're going to stick with.
Oh yeah. It's serious business, man.
Yeah.
And like you get in the bearings and the different wheel. Like I had an intern who did this before the pandemic, and then when pandemic hit, she like doubled down. It's nuts. Yeah. It's like, I mean, it's almost as expensive as like a hockey skates would be.
Yeah,
like if you think about it.
Yeah, and it's like you can buy a pair of skates for $100, but they're not going to last very long, and like they're not doing you any favors really. But honestly, again, when people are first starting out, like we don't want them to go and spend a ton of money on all that gear. Like they can level up and upgrade things like wheels and bearings as they go.
All right, so you mentioned the tryout process and getting grouped in. So once you've made a squad at either the intermediate or the development, or you're in the actual squad, what's the practice sessions look like? Like, how violent do those get in preparation for a game? Because I feel like you got to get used to that intensity. So there's got to be some level of I'm going to try to take their head off, even though they're my teammate.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if violent is the word I would use, maybe more intense, but
competitive.
I'm retired from skating myself, so I haven't actually participated in a practice in a while, but usually like there's 1 or 2 practices a week that are more about like skills and drills and kind of game-like scenarios. And then usually like our Sunday practice is like a scrimmage practice where they just divide everybody up into 2 teams and they play each other, you know, and they don't go easy on each other because everybody wants to be prepared for game day when they're playing an actual team who is not going to go easy on them at all. So it can get pretty intense for sure. But you know, that said, there are lots of rules in Derby. It's not like you can't elbow people and you can't trip them or hit them in the face. You know, like there's lots and lots of rules and strategy involved to keep people safe. To
answer Mike's real question, if you wanted to try to join the squad, you could just claim you had church every Sunday, and so you didn't have to worry about getting your pretty little face dinged up.
Exactly. Well, we have attendance requirements too, so that would only last you so long. But
I am also gonna, Mike, I was gonna put this in the chat, but I'll do this on your behalf because I feel like he's trying to, you know, throw some jabs after this last Sunday. How long would it take Tank to make the roster?
Well, do you know Tank used to be a coach?
Well, but that's because those who can't teach.
I knew Tank was an announcer. I did not realize he coached.
That's exactly the case with him. it would take him a while. It's not impossible, but yeah, I've seen him on skates. It's not pretty.
It's not pretty. Yeah. And he a gorgeous boy, so that's saying something right there.
But I have seen like men play Derby too. Like there's a men's league as well. You know, like anybody can play essentially. And I have seen people like all shapes and sizes, like his size and larger, like do amazing things on skates. So it's not impossible.
Matt pointing out all of the fouls that you mentioned and saying you can't do that stuff when the ref is looking. How many dirty players have you encountered during your time in roller derby? Like there's got to be that there's always some dirty player somewhere that you're like, oh, that bitch. How many of those?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some of that, and there's definitely, you know, revenge hitting that happens, and but I do think there's a lot less of that now than there was like when I first started in the mid 2000s, and it really is not tolerated by, and there's a lot of refs. There's like 7 refs out there when we're playing, so like you can't really get away with a whole lot. So yeah, it
does seem like it's because it's such a niche sport. Like there's got to be some good camaraderie between the 2 squads. Like, it's very intense, very competitive, but because you're both so like, you're all into this extremely niche thing. Like there's that bond that just automatically connects everybody. So is there a lot of like partying before games or after games with the opponent?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. There's a saying about, you know, leaving it all on the track, which I think is similar to what they say in a lot of other sports, but like after every game, there's usually an after party somewhere and everybody's friends, you know, by the time the game ends for the most part.
Well, where's the after party on the 10th?
Dana Gardens, of course.
Dana's,
yeah.
It would not be a event at Cintas without a trip to Dana's afterwards.
Absolutely. Yeah, they have that like a huge new outdoor patio that they built, so we'll be hanging out in there. They've been a sponsor of ours for a few years, so we're excited to get back there.
I mean, that's the best way to heal after a roller derby match is to pound some Marshalls.
Exactly.
Some commercial specials.
And they'll have Natty Light on draft, I've heard. So.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It's perfect.
So that's what the after party is. What's the in-game experience like? Because this interview started because a mutual friend of ours had reached out to me asking if people can tailgate at Cintas because I had gone to there and I was like, honestly, it's a bunch of OWGs. I don't know. Nobody ever tailgated. We just drank at Dana's and then went to the game. So if you're planning tailgates, like how crazy do these games get?
Yeah, we had tailgating when we played at the Gardens, and it was a big deal. Like people brought unbelievable spreads of food to those tailgates. I mean, that was people did it up there. Since Haas, I'll be honest, we have not asked that question if that's
Ooh, that's exactly the right way. You don't ask, because then when it happens, you're like, I had no idea.
Yeah, we're certainly not promoting it, but if it happens,
if somebody happens to set up a tent and a grill, we know nothing.
We'll see. Yeah, we didn't tell them to, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I mean, people make it an event for sure. Like at the Gardens, another thing. It'll be interesting to see how it differs at Cintas, but at the Gardens, people would build these giant pyramids, like cans. It was like who did a right for a while, and there would just be these massive pyramids, like right at the edge of the track. And there was sort of a tradition where one of our skaters would skate around and just plow into the pyramid at the end of the game. Beer cans went everywhere.
Wait, so it lasted till the end of the game? Like I would have thought that it would have fallen just by general.
Yeah, people were very protective of the pyramid, and sometimes they would like spell things out. Like it was pretty amazing. There was like a whole Facebook page for like this group of fans that like were really dedicated to these pyramids.
All right, well then I think we found our way to promote this in the ongoing Cincinnati Rollergirls, because I think there is a rivalry developing here with the Cincinnati Cyclones, because they do pyramids there, but they're not spelling shit out. So Cyclones fans, consider this your call to action. Well, that's fair. That's fair. Probably a little bit more head injuries on that sport, but
I missed this earlier. Brent said Craft Brewed on the Road should have Caesar giving Derby a shot. Has he ever skated? Caesar, would you like to give roller derby a shot?
Bro, I don't know how to ride a bike.
Okay, so then we'll just have you going around the track twice. Wait,
I'll try it.
How do you not know how to ride a bike?
Brent's comment, though, has triggered something for me. Mookie, I think we need to make this the next video where we ask Lauren's permission and you join the roller derby team for a day.
So now I was thinking about
a point. Just
I was already thinking like this is the thing we should do. Like I'm down to go through this tryout and like earn my stripes. But then we started talking about it as like competitive, whatever. It gets weird when girls and dudes mix on the field of competition. And so as long as we can be, above board and all that, because I hate losing more than I like winning. And look, there's a reason I don't play co-ed soccer anymore. We'll just say that.
Matt wants to know if the intern knows that roller derby isn't on bikes. Do you know that? Caesar, are you up for roller derby? I can't ride a bike. Okay, not the question, but good to know.
The thing I meant with I don't know how to ride a bike is that I have terrible balance. So
but
I don't know.
Do you know how to ride a bike?
No, I don't. I never learned how because I learned how to drive.
Said that.
Yeah, but like I thought it was a euphemism. Like how did you get around not having
let's not dive into Caesar's terrible childhood where he didn't learn how to ride a bike.
Whatever.
I learned how to drive.
We like Tank shows a lot better because he didn't try to rein us in. He just let us be ourselves.
I actually had like a real question. Because I saw
Steve.
Whip It when I was younger, and then there's a Netflix show that also talked. It was about Texas roller derby in Austin, more specifically about Cherry Bomb and I think the Rhinestones, if that's the correct team.
Yeah, that was so that show. It was just called Rollergirls. That was on A&E in like 2006. So I watched that, and that's what made me get involved. That was kind of like the first big wave of interest in roller derby, and then Whip It was kind of caused this second huge wave of interest. So like those two things like had a lot to do with how big the sport became.
And those like two, like the movie, I don't remember super vividly, but I know there's like a rivalry within the movie, and then as well in the Netflix show and Home Game there was also a rivalry between the two teams. So I was going to ask, is there any sort of rivalry that the Cincinnati Rollergirls have with another team here?
Yeah, so I think in both Whip It and the show Rollergirls, like those leagues, like they had kind of like four, like or some number of teams within the league that played each other, like kind of like four home teams. And the Cincinnati Rollergirls used to have that too. And then it sort of evolved, and now we play teams from basically all over the country, more so in our region. Like there's a team in Northern Kentucky called the Black and Bluegrass Rollergirls that we played a lot over the years. So they're kind of like our local friendly rival.
So we don't hate them? Because I was ready to be like, yeah, we hate them too, Lauren. Like,
but in the past, we've had rivalries with the team in Columbus, Ohio Roller Derby, like pretty much all the Ohio teams, the team in Indianapolis, Naptown. But again, like they're really friendly rivalries at this point. Years past, like there might have been more bad blood than there is now. But like we all just try to keep things in perspective, and it's an amateur sport. Like no one is getting paid for that. It's just it's kind of silly in the grand scheme of things to like keep these old grudges from games that happened 10 years ago at this point. But we certainly play it up, when we're promoting games, and
they're also very mature.
You're just all wrestling working us. Like it's all just Vince McMahon behind the scenes, just like, oh, they hate each other. And then afterwards you're like, we really suckered them in on that one.
Afterwards you'll see us all at Dana Gardens.
Dana Gardens. Everyone's friends at Dana Gardens.
Exactly.
Unless you're a UC fan.
All right, so Lauren, I gotta know, since you did compete for a while, what's the hardest you've hit somebody, and what's the hardest you've been hit?
So I was a jammer. Like the jammers are the point scorers who score points by passing blockers on the opposing team. So I was trying to avoid getting hit more so than I was doing any hitting myself. Like I'm like 5 feet tall. Like I was never giving out big hits. Like I was just trying to skate fast away from people who were trying to hit me. But I certainly got hit a lot myself, like more times than I can count. Luckily never got any serious injuries, but it's like definitely like the wind getting knocked out of me kind of hits. But I actually think like being kind of on the smaller side, maybe like, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. So maybe being smaller kind of helped me to some extent avoid some serious injuries. I mean, that's not, always the case, but I feel
That's
like
how I've avoided injuries most of my life. Being smaller than everybody else.
So do we want to dive in real quick and do a quick run through of the positions and like the strategy, or is that too in depth? Because I do want to be able to cheer intelligently, regardless of level of inebriation.
The intelligent part meant you lie.
When I talk shit, I get very creative and very specific, because any idiot can roll up and say, you suck. Okay, great. There's no creativity or preparation in that. I'm trying to put in some work and show up in a way that's really going to get in their opponent's head.
Okay, you know what? I like this, Mookie. So let's do this. Let's have Lauren explain the 3 different position types.
Okay,
what each position type does. And then after she does that, I want you to come up with your creative comment that you would use to get in the opponent's head.
I'm looking forward to hearing this.
I need to look up the roster,
your
though,
creativity. No, don't look at the roster. You're going to ruin the game later. Don't look at the roster.
No, the other team's roster.
Nope, you're not allowed to look at the roster. We'll make up a name for you.
Whatever.
All right, Lauren.
I can tell you.
Give us the 3 positions in roller derby and what they do.
Okay, so in a game there are a game is 2 30-minute periods, and it's divided up into segments called jams, which are up to 2 minutes long. So in each jam, up to 5 skaters from each team go out on the track. It depends if somebody's in the penalty box, but there's 4 blockers from each team and 1 jammer from each team. And the blockers are kind of forming a big pack. So then when the whistle blows, they all take off, and the jammers are trying to score points by passing blockers on the opposing team. They have to get through the pack once legally, and then starting with their second pass through the pack, they can start scoring points. And so the blockers are playing offense and defense at the same time. So like the opposing team's blockers are trying to stop like your jammer, and then your own blockers are trying to help you through the pack at the same time. And there's lots of juking and jumping and just lots of movement going on in the pack, like as this is happening. There's another position called the pivot. That's one of the blockers who wears a helmet cover that has a stripe on it. And that's kind of that position, the jammer, if like the jammer is stuck in the pack or something like that, they can take off their helmet cover, which has a star on it, and give it to the pivot, and the pivot can become the jammer. It's just a strategic thing that happens sometimes, not a ton, but the pivot is the only other blocker in the pack that can become the jammer in certain situations.
All right, Mookie.
Does that make sense?
Oh yeah,
break it down.
There's so much to work with there.
In the program,
I am ready for your extremely creative heckle that you're going to come up with.
Oh yeah,
your intelligent cheer.
So
Yeah,
here,
let's
okay. So here's the thing, and again, keep me honest here. I believe when y'all start, it's kind of like a dead stop, right? And everyone's kind of lined up, and they start, and then you start going around, right?
Yep.
Well,
Yep.
initially, what I would do is I'd wait for the opportune moment right before the jam starts, and yell out whoever the other's team jammer is. Hey, our team all had White Castle for dinner last night, and they're gonna be like, oh, because no.
Move this man!
I figured you were looking for it, Mike. But I
JB's
stand by
comment. JB's comment holds true. Drew's never done anything intelligently. JB hitting it right on the head, called his shot before Mookie was able to.
What? You mean to tell me that wouldn't get in someone's head and just for a half second delay their start? Because that's all you need. It's a game of inches, right?
White
and
Castle.
sometimes jammers do that. They like one will talk to the other on the track. Sometimes it's friendly, but sometimes it'll just be like a random comment, like
Just
you're
effing
pretty, like like whatever, like just to kind of
see,
like
now
throw them off.
that is just evil right there. Because like if there's one thing I learned from New Girl, it's when girls fight, it is fierce and confusing. And saying something like "you're pretty" would f with someone's head, but also might get you punched. So that's one example. The other one would be, during the jam, if there's things going on, and this one isn't as well baked as the last idea, but it would clearly be.
Wait, the
like,
last
hey,
idea was well baked. Okay, yeah.
I thought so. That was pretty good.
This is gonna be good.
Hang on,
I
let
would-
me get my finger on the boo button.
Yeah,
Hang
go
on,
ahead. Get ready for this. I would just work the pivot over and over, telling them to give their helmet covering to the jammer.
Do you think they would listen to you?
No, but they would just, dude, shut up. That's not how this works. Are you serious? Like the frustration at the just juvenile attitude of not understanding your game would feel so disrespectful that it would just gnaw away. Because that's the other part. You don't talk smack to win in the moment, but it's like a war. It's over the course of the match where you really want to get in there and just gnaw away at someone and wait for your moment to strike.
Move this man!
Really
Say what you
batting
want.
1,000 today, Mookie. Just bringing the heat.
So what kind of signs would you make?
Oh, I don't do signs.
No,
My handwriting's
no
terrible.
signs.
It doesn't. Well, I guess if I could like have someone else write it, maybe I'd consider a sign, but it would be a waste of ink and paper, really.
I have a
Lauren,
sign with Ross Geller saying "pivot." That would be my sign.
That gif has made the rounds in the Derby community.
I figured I was gonna say, I was like, that's an
Yeah.
easy, low-hanging fruit that
Yeah,
Mookie
totally.
missed. So intelligent isn't his game. I got his back.
All right, I wanted to
Call it
play a
2-0.
game with Lauren here because one of my favorite things of roller derby is the nicknames that the players come up with for themselves. They don't go by their regular name; they go by nicknames. And I found some Cincinnati Rollergirl names. I also went through a Rollergirl name generator and came up with some fake Rollergirl names. So Lauren will know these because she knows the Rollergirls. Scott, Drew, and Caesar, you guys are going to have to guess whether or not this is a real Rollergirl or a fake Rollergirl. And then Lauren can reveal the correct answer after you guys make your guess. So let me pull this up here. We'll add this in. The first name.
I hope there's some really uncomfortable ones.
I'm not at a disadvantage. I'm not from Cincinnati.
Don't look ahead. You don't
It
need
has
to be
nothing to
from
do with
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati. Nice try.
First name on the list, Noah Apologies. Noah Apologies. Scott, is that a real roller derby girl or a fake roller derby girl?
That's real, and the chick that came up with that thinks she's super clever.
Mookie, real or fake?
I gotta feel like I'm gonna go fake just because the Noah thing. It makes me feel like that was by a computer that was gender agnostic.
All right. Caesar, is that
I
a real
definitely
or
hear
a
the
fake?
word agnostic, so I'm just gonna go with real.
Just Incredible was taken. So
Lauren, would you care to tell them, is Noah Apologies a real Cincinnati roller girl or a fake roller girl?
Noah is 100% real.
boom!
Noah
One
is
for
real.
one. One for one. I knew that shit.
Noah is awesome.
Thank you, Scott.
Next name for you here, Mosh Viper. Is that a real roller girl or a fake roller girl, Scott?
I'm going fake.
Mookie?
100% real.
That's fake.
Fake. Lauren, is there a Mosh Viper on the Cincinnati Roller Girls?
You know what? We have a new skater named Mosh, but I don't know if it's Mosh
Damn it.
Viper or Mosh something. I've just heard of a Mosh. I haven't met Mosh.
Mosh Viper is fake. That is
Yeah.
one for
Damn
my.
it.
But I'm telling you, we have a Mosh.
Women are much more clever than Mosh. Like that was so generic. I'm like, there's no way a woman came up with that. Like a woman would not approve calling herself Mosh Viper.
That's so funny.
Next one, Queen Grief.
100% real.
Yeah, that's real.
Yes. Also
All
real.
three reels. Lauren, is Queen Grief a Cincinnati roller girl?
Not yet, anyway.
Damn, that is correct. That is a fake name from my roller girl generator that I
Son of
found.
a bitch.
It's up for grabs.
Yeah, if
Cincinnati
any of the
Rollergirls.
roller girls want to take up Queen Grief, I got you there. Next name on the list here, Hits McGee. Is that real or
That's
fake?
real. That's real. And I like this one because they're definitely an Anchorman fan. That's
Yeah,
real.
that was my reasoning as well, Scott. I'm not
That's
gonna
real.
lie.
I'm gonna say fake. Lauren, I'm watching you. I feel like you got a slight tell here, or I could be full of
Right.
shit. I don't know which is true.
Lauren, is Hits McGee a Cincinnati roller girl?
Hits McGee is real and
Hell
Damn it.
yes.
Yes. By the way, there's some really good names coming up in the comment section here. JB said my friend's girlfriend is Slamuel Jackson.
That's awesome.
That's
I like that one.
Tank said Hannah Jobs.
Not family friendly, Tank.
Tank also said Marjorie Taylor
That one I
Swift.
love. That one I think is fantastic.
That one's a winner.
Yeah.
Tank gets this. Hang on, Tank earned it. All right, back to the game. Hits McGee was that is a Cincinnati roller girl. Next name on the list, Lady McDeath.
That's hard. I hope that's
fake.
real.
That's fake.
Scott says fake. Caesar says real. Mookie, is Lady McDeath real or fake?
Pass.
This is a charming Dennis.
This is my safest option now. I'm betting 1,000 getting it wrong. So
It's
I put that at
right.
risk.
how wrong you've been. I had no idea somebody could be
This
that
has
bad at
got to be
50-50
fake.
guesses. You're saying fake. Lauren,
Yeah.
is Lady McDeath real or fake?
Lady Macbeth is real.
Yes.
I'm winning now.
Mookie, I hope you get everyone wrong just to prove that it's amazing that you would go that bad on 50-50 shots. It's so impressive. Next name, Ivory Spice.
Fake.
Mookie.
Real.
Fake. I'm
Caesar?
just fading Mookie.
He's fading
It's a good move, man. Again, Caesar, that's why we're going to make the perfect pair when we run for office.
Lauren, is Ivory Spice the Cincinnati roller girl?
No.
Ah, that's
I'm
fake.
still winning.
Again.
I like
Fading
that the
Mookie.
person named Mookie is getting these wrong.
You know.
Next
Born
name
believer.
on the
Nailing
list.
it again.
Next name on the list, Motley Crouton.
Please be real.
That's real.
Please
That's
be
real.
real.
It's got to
That's
be
real.
real.
I pray that it's real.
Lauren, is this
Real.
Yes! I think that's one. Motley Crouton.
Thank you, Motley. Now I know who I'm
I
cheering
love that
for.
name. That's maybe one of my favorites.
Yeah, that was when I saw that name on the list. I was like, that is
Oh my
such
God.
a good name.
Did you see what
Uh,
Whitey said in the chat real quick?
No,
Just
I
throw
did
that
not see.
Motley Crouton. That's a Yankee candle. I would love that Yankee candle. Motley Crouton.
We should sell candles at our merch booth.
You 100% should.
That's fantastic.
Lot
I
of
love
box.
that Tank's bringing in all the politics.
Oh
of
my
this.
God.
Can we please that was political names out of Derby?
Next name,
Oh.
Lotta Box. Scott,
Fake. Fake.
fake. Mookie, is that real or fake?
It's real.
I'm gonna say
It has to
fake.
be.
Lauren, is Lotta Box a Cincinnati roller girl?
Not a Cincinnati Roller Girl,
No.
but
Nope, that is
Yeah,
fake.
that's
Mookie,
fake.
wrong.
I would
once
be very
again.
surprised if somebody had named themselves at it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, there's no woman that's
Yeah.
gonna call themselves Lotta Box. Come on.
All
You'd
right,
be
well,
surprised.
I was gonna say
I
that-
would be. I was. That was gonna be the one I was most shocked if a woman was
Well,
like,
what if her
"Yeah,
last name
Box."
was Box? It's like an easy extension
Come
in there.
on.
All right, you don't believe that a woman would call herself Lotta Box. How about Vagillionaire?
Now,
Is-
please
somebody
be
would call
real.
themselves
Please
that
be
creative.
real.
That is a woman.
Feminism is alive.
The Bajillionaire is definitely real.
Mookie, real or fake?
Oh, 100% real.
It's
No.
I said 100% really fake.
You liar. And I bumped the button. I didn't mean to press it that soon. I was so mad at myself because you said real. And I was like, I got excited that you messed up another one. Yes, Vajillionaire was one that was in the generator. Last one on our list is misprint. Is that real or fake?
Going with real.
Real,
I'm gonna go
Mookie. It's
real as
misprint, a real roller girl or a fake roller girl?
Real.
Real. Caesar, real or fake?
She's a copy
it's
editor
real.
in her spare time, guaranteed.
Yep.
Lauren, is misprint a real roller girl or a fake roller girl?
Real, and you're looking at her.
Yeah,
I'm really glad we didn't get that one wrong.
I won.
I was just gonna say that would have been embarrassing if I was like, "Oh, that's a horrible fucking name. It's got to be fake."
But you said, Scott, I laughed when you said, and she's a copy editor in her spare time. Lauren, how did you come up with misprint?
Yeah, because I used to be a journalist and I'm a copywriter.
Hey! Give me it. I earned it. I
You
fucking
did
earned
earn it. You earned it.
Us journalists are very clever and punny like this.
Is that
Indeed.
true?
Tank,
Is that real?
Tank saying there was a skater named Lick-a-Lot-of-Puss. Is that accurate, Lauren? Was that real or fake?
It was probably real. I was telling Mike earlier, one of my favorites along those lines was Queefer's son.
Yeah.
Whose name we had to edit when she came to the gardens.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah. Again, family.
could see
Try
that-
to keep our games family.
That's
I
why
can see that.
Bajillionaire should be one.
Bajillionaire.
I could see that wouldn't fly at Cintas, but at the Gardens, like, come on.
Yeah.
Chase jumped on the political name train as well and said "fucker Carlson."
Well, no, I also like his Slammy Davis Jr. from way back.
Yeah, Slammy Davis was a good one. Lauren, where can people find out more information about the game? Tell us tickets. We know it's at Cintas. We know it's on September 10th. But where can people get more info?
Just easiest way is just go to our website, CincinnatiRollergirls.com, and just click on like the tickets page, and then it'll take you right there. But yeah, I recommend we're not going to sell out Cintas probably. It's a 10,000 seat arena, but tickets are cheaper in advance. They're $15 in advance and $20 at the door. And if you got a college ID, they're just $7 at the door. So
does the college ID have to be does it have to be current, or can I find my old all card and show up?
I
That's a
still
great
have
question.
my freshman
does it have an expiration date?
I don't believe so.
It
I don't
doesn't
think
have
so.
it just has a
You
year.
can try.
It's just a picture of me with a whole lot more hair, though. That's the problem.
Wait, hold on. Why are you trying to defraud the Roller Girls, or are you trying to stick it to
I'm just
Cintas?
asking. I'm just asking questions as a journalist myself here. I'm getting to the bottom.
At
of
least
it.
yours has
weird.
more hair. Mine's just a picture of me with more hopes and dreams.
And you look at it and just go, "Oh, old Scott."
Look at
Young
this
Scott.
dumbass. What an idiot.
Yeah.
Lauren,
He
we
had
like to do this
no
with all of
idea.
our guests. So if you have a couple minutes,
Wait,
we would
before
like
quick
to-
hitters, how much
Yeah.
are parking passes?
Parking is free.
So tailgating is free. Nice.
You didn't hear it from me.
We like to do this with all of our guests, Lauren. We like to put everybody through the grinder and answer some quick hitter questions. These are
You
very
warned me about
rapid
these.
fire. Oh, yes. Rapid fire right from the gut. Whatever you think of, just go with that answer. Scott, when you're ready, let's fire these up.
I am ready. All right, here we go. Plain cake donuts. Yay or nay?
Yay.
All right. Bat flips. Yay or nay?
Wait, what?
Bat flips in baseball. Yay or nay?
Nay.
Oh, no. No.
Okay, when you button your shirt, you button from the top down or the bottom up?
Bottom up.
Correct answer. Same vein, when you zip your pants, do you button then zip or do you zip then button?
Zip then button.
Hell yes. You're back on track. Are
just finding out.
IPAs just pumpkin spice lattes for white dudes?
100% yes.
Correct answer. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Be careful.
No.
Correct
Well done.
answer. Lauren is doing better than 90% of our contestants on the show. Chicken wings, all drums or all flats?
I'm a vegetarian.
It's fair. Okay.
Yeah, all right, that works. Pineapple on pizza, yay or nay?
Yay.
Congratulations,
Well
you're
done.
still batting 1,000. Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
What? Has anybody?
I don't think anybody's ever answered Pepsi on that
Yeah, that's
question.
the first. We have
Yeah.
a show first.
I mean, people have
Archives.
said not Coke, but they've been like, just not Pepsi either.
Yeah, that's true.
Fresca.
I love Pepsi. I love Fresca too.
That's good shit.
Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
What?
Lauren.
And now I know what I'm going to say when I show up to the rink, and then I'm just going to say whatever copyeditor name that I'll have to look up post show. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Is that what your sign's gonna say?
That's what I'm going to say. Die Hard is not a Christmas movie.
Jordan or LeBron?
LeBron.
Wow.
Wow, she said that
Wow.
fast too. I'm
Very
wow.
quick.
Going with my
I gotta
gut.
change everything I know. And finally, Topanga or Kelly Kapowski?
Topanga.
Hell yeah! There's no wrong answer in
No
this
wrong
one.
answer on that one. That question is,
What
All
did
right.
I win?
I'm not too happy with you, Lauren.
I was gonna say
Oh.
you were rolling along, and then at the end you just face planted.
I'm a fan.
Well, you're the intern, so who cares?
Easter with the dynamite drop in as always.
By the way, Matt said I haven't
know, I
graduated, so my card's still active.
He's not wrong.
You gotta be taking a class. I learned that the hard way.
You still got credits on file. Oh shit!
Got a couple W's my last time there. That's
Oh gosh.
where I'm at. Lauren, thanks so
Oh.
much for hanging out. We really appreciate it. This was a damn
Thanks,
fun
guys.
And
Thank
also,
you, Lauren,
apologies because
Ooh, thanks for the shout out.
dropping
and
in there.
congratulations on the Centas Center. That's good. That's big.
Thanks.
time.
Yeah, hope to see you guys there.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
I will
Scott,
be in
Intelligent
Disney World.
hearing.
Well, funny enough, a buddy of mine who I think is going to end up doing the live stream for you guys.
Yes, Will.
Yes, Will Baker.
Yeah.
He
Yep.
asked me if I could help shoot, and I would have done it, but I'm going to be in Disney World on the 10th.
Oh.
Like I'm going to
You're
Disney World
lost.
next day, so
Such
I know.
excuses.
I'll have to
Too
catch you
bad.
guys.
You would have had way more fun at our game.
Well, I'll let you know when I get back because dealing with the kids, you might be right.
I think that's a very accurate statement.
What time does the tailgating lot open again?
All I can tell you
12
is
o'clock.
doors open at 5 and the game starts at 6. So-
Perfect, because that gives me reason to not go watch FC play again.
And it is
Or-
a double header, right, Lauren?
So we have an A and a B team and they're both playing. Yep. So the whole thing will end at like 9:30ish, but it
Wait,
starts at 6.
we'll get to see Natty Light compete?
No. So our teams are
damn.
called, because they're not like roster eligible yet, but our teams are called the Black Sheep and the Violent Lambs. So that's a whole
Violent
other-
Lambs, that's my ride or die right there.
Black Sheep is the A team and Violent Lambs are the B team. So we have a sheep mascot called Woolly Bully. It's a great time.
Can we tackle Willy Bully?
What's that?
Can we tackle Woolly Bully? I feel like that would
No,
just feel
please
so
do not tackle
comfortable.
Woolly Bully.
Okay.
Woolly Bully has a handler who will be very upset if you.
Oh,
tackle
it's an
him.
actual sheep.
Yeah, it's a big.
Oh!
sheep.
Oh,
No,
Yeah,
okay.
so
not an
please don't
actual
tackle them.
It's a person wearing a sheep costume.
Oh, it's a person wearing a sheep. Okay,
Yes.
because Scott and I made it very clear on Tank's
was gonna
show this
say-
last Sunday that live mascots are clearly the best.
Oh, I heard
I was gonna
something.
say-
They are the best.
Mookie had the same
No, we do
conversation
not. We
with
definitely do
Tank.
not have a live sheep.
Mookie had the same conversation with Tank where he was like, live mascot. Well, they're alive inside the suit, so that's a live mascot
mean-
too.
That's what I thought Tank was saying at first, and then he was showing me some videos. I'm like, oh, you're talking about like actual dogs or horses. or whatever. Like, no, that's a terrible idea.
CincinnatiRollergirls.com. Get your tickets September 10th at the Cintas Center. Doors open at 5. $15 if you buy them ahead of time. It's only like $5 for kids ages 3 to 12.
Yeah. Yep.
So bring the whole family out and support the Roller Girls. Lauren, thank you again so much for hanging out. We appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Lauren.
Thanks, guys. It's a great
All
time.
right, we'll see ya. Lauren Bishop from the Cincinnati Rollergirls. Man, that was awesome.
Hey, Mike, do you think they're gonna they're gonna ID the kids to see if they're 3 or under?
You know what? Kieran is way too big now to pull it off.
You can't
Kieran
even
looks like
try
he's
it.
No, he looks like he's 6. So there's no even being like, he's 3. Just it's all good. But he's between 3 and 12, so he's good. He's fine either way. He's definitely not passing for a 2-year-old. All right, we will get to Hard Knocks recap and my grief beefs with you two knuckleheads in a little bit here. Also, Mookie wants to complain about FC Cincinnati. But joining us from Nebraska, everybody's favorite walker, Joe Hall. Joe, how you feeling, man?
I'm not doing too well. I think I'm sick.
Oh no!
Yeah,
Shit.
Dude,
yeah, it's been a rough few days.
Explain to people what happened, because you were ready to go. You were gung-ho. I was setting things up. And then all of a sudden I get a text that said, "You're lucky I'm friends with you for not sending you this picture."
Yeah. So a couple days ago, probably about 3 or 4 now, I guess. Can't remember where I was leaving, but it was kind of like Illinois all over again. Like about 10 miles into my day. And then like the bottom fell out, literally. Had to go in a and this time it was even worse because they're like walking along a highway, so it's a little bit tougher to stealth shit anywhere there. But so like I found what looked to be an abandoned feed like for trains, like a feed facility. I go over there and I'm like, I literally just drop trowel halfway and I blow about 2 feet worth of doo-doo out of my butt.
Holy shit.
I legitimately at least hit the podium with that distance. It was rough.
I love that you describe it by feet and not like volume.
Well, I couldn't get all the volume. We're going for distance here. It's like a javelin, we're looking for distance. So then I take care of cleanup, which was surprisingly easy because it was 2 feet behind me and all over all the 4-foot tall vegetation. And then I get, about a half mile on the road and it's like, oh, here we go again. It's full on Illinois, the sequel. I go back over the train tracks and there's a side road and there's a tree and I wait for this train to start going, wait till the conductor's passed. And I let it rip again. So I do that and I was planning a 27-mile day. And up till then, I felt really good. But after that, it was miserable. It took me almost 4.5 hours to go the last 5 miles of the walk, just to get to 15 miles that day. And really, my body hasn't really bounced back. I'm still doo-doo and green, which I think means I might actually be sick to some degree. But fuck it. What are you gonna do?
Check the poo.
Tank wants to know stealth shit, roller girl name or not. That seems like a real roller girl.
Honorary name.
That's a great name. Joe, Matt Barr said you're looking svelte, so that would explain some of that. Maybe you've lost a bit of weight as you.
I've lost about 7 pounds in the last week.
That's a lot of poop.
Let's take a look at your trip so far and where you're at. Still in Nebraska, but we're making our way through here, man.
That's a big ass state. It's the size of shit.
It's one of the widest. Other than Texas, obviously. I think it's
fuck yeah.
One.
Why is that?
Nothing like a point of pride for wideness.
It's one of the widest states. Fuck yeah, we all know. Goddamn right. Twin Ewers, baby.
That skinny ass shit.
Texas thick, dog.
All these narrow ass states in the union.
They don't want fucking smoke with the thick ass steaks, baby.
Oh my god. What?
Joe, as I was updating this map, I looked
love Texas.
Joe is getting very close to the Rockies. It's right there. You're coming up on the Rockies quicker and quicker. How much longer do you have until you get out of Nebraska?
Probably about 8, depending on how many days I have to take off for shitting all over myself. Probably 9 or 10 days.
That's insane, man. It seems like you're just plowing through these states. Well, obviously they're not thick like
plowing
Texas.
Them.
No, they're not like Texas.
Let's zoom in a little bit. Joe is in North Platte. There's Scotts Bluff still up the ways a little bit. I don't know if you're. I think we're staying south
come
of
to Butthead.
But just chugging along here, Joe. It's impressive how much ground you cover in a week after we talk to you. Going from that halfway point to North Platte, even with everything you went through, is absolutely amazing, man.
Yeah, I wish it was more, but too busy blowing my innards out on the rural highways of Nebraska.
Hey, at least you didn't literally blow a gasket, because the way that you started telling that story is like his innie is now an Audi.
I was very close to legitimately shitting my pants, like way closer than I want to ever be again in my life until I'm at like 90, if I ever make it to 90 in a wheelchair and shit like that. It was bad.
If you're 90, how many of the drugs are you going to do?
If I make it to 90, I'm going to do all of them.
I was just going to say, if I make it to 90, I'm just going to have a constant stream of drugs.
That part pointing out, I'm going to have to add the podium to the map. And yes, that's exactly where my head was too. We're just kidding. A podium with the turd emoji on it.
The poop emoji.
That's what he said.
That's what he meant.
Shut up. I just watched the Junior Baking
poop.
Show, and it's
Like,
fresh
what-
in my mind. They're little chocolate things. It's a lot to keep straight, man.
All right, easy up over there, Vigillionaire. Joe,
That's his roller derby name. No, it was a real name. Bajillionaire. That's Mookie.
Oh, hey, Lauren said a thing. She
Lauren said, "Thanks again for having me on, and sorry for all the technical problems the tank
Tank
caused."
caused.
yeah, 100% true.
Lauren,
Although
thank
Tank
you
did drop
for coming on. It was awesome. Go
Tank
ahead,
did drop her drink earlier, though. She was drinking Listerman's Brewing Don't Lay a Finger stout.
Don't lay a finger. 10% ABV. Lauren knows
Damn.
it's always stout
She's
season,
coming
baby.
in with
Yeah.
a heavy hitter.
I know,
It's
I don't like
always
her for
stout
it.
season. Lauren knows what's up.
Because you're ridiculous.
Joe, so you're recovering a little bit now. You got a hotel room. You're good. Do you think you're like you're?
It wasn't a free hotel room, though.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that's what I was going to say earlier
Not
before
very
Lauren.
generous people in North Platte, I found out.
I mean, I guess it was
very
free. It was
reminiscent
my friend donated it, but it wasn't free, Mike.
I know, very reminiscent of Kearney, Nebraska. Just a bunch of people that are like, no, we're not doing what? No, screw you. We need those small town people.
Tell them about what you told her in people, because when you told me that the line that you gave that guy, I fucking lost it.
Which one? The guy today?
No, the guy a couple of days ago, where you're like, oh, what kind of? You actually have a precedent for that because you have so many people that walk.
Yeah, the dude, the guy said, yeah, sorry, our policy is not to do that. And I was like, you have a policy against giving away rooms for people walking the country for charity? It's like, how many times has that actually happened that you guys put that in the handbook?
In the policy.
He did not.
We gotta make a bylaw about this. There's too many assholes walking across the country for a good cause.
Can you believe this shit? These guys, all they're doing is they're walking across the country, shitting on our crops, sleeping in our hotel rooms for free. This is bullshit, and we're putting a stop to it.
Well, they didn't
You
even
know
know
what?
if he was walking all the way across the country.
And fuck whatever their cause is, too. I don't give a shit. It does not matter. We have a hard, fast rule. No helping those sons of bitches.
Fuck them
It's
kids.
amazing to me, and it is fascinating too. I found that like big chains, when I try to call those, don't even bother. Like the people who can afford to donate rooms because it's like a Holiday Inn and they've got hundreds of rooms and 60 of them are vacant and they're just going to sit there anyways. They're like, no, we're not doing that. But then like the mom and
they
pop,
struggling to fill hotels after
Bro,
the pandemic?
yeah, the mom
Especially
and
on a fucking Tuesday night. Like, come on.
right, the mom and pop inns that are like, that's their business. They basically like sleep in one of the rooms. They're the ones that are like, yes, absolutely. Just have them ask for Steve. I'll fix the room up for him myself. It'll be great. You did get a cabin. We got you a cabin.
Ooh, a cabin.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a very tiny cabin. It had a double bed and then a bunk bed, which you would think more activities. The fact is like it was literally only probably like a 10 by 10. I'm not arguing. So all I did was go in there and sleep. But like it was tiny, no TV, but it had a sort of air conditioner. I still sweat all night until I opened up both windows.
Why is there already ice in this bathtub?
No bathtub. Man, I mean, it had a shower house, like where the
A
rest
shower
of the shit were.
house.
But there was literally it was like literally 2 bunk beds here, a double bed here with like the foam rubber like lined mattress, so like that little kids pee on, you could just easily wipe off, and then like a little wooden desk chair or wooden desk with a chair in it, and that was it. But it was all like legit, like made out of logs, so it was kind of cool. I mean, if the air conditioning had worked a little bit better, I'd have been perfect, but it wasn't putting out enough cool air for me. So I spent most of the night sweating, laying into bed. And then I opened the 2 little windows they had and got a little bit of air blowing through, and that made it a little bit better.
Joe, you can hang out for the rest of the show if you want, man, or if you want to get some rest and ease up the butthole, you can do that too. It's totally up to you. Allacrossthecountry.com, though, to help Joe out. Donate to Run a Mile for Jackson. Also, buy a shirt, Caesar. Allacrossthecountry.com. You can do that.
Yes, Caesar.
Joe's got a Domino's pizza. That seems like a horrible idea, my friend. Horrible idea, Joe.
Man is shitting his brains out and he's about to down this domino.
And
Tell me them buff wings.
No, cinnamon bread.
Oh,
yeah,
baby.
Bread.
I got a carbo load tomorrow, so I can walk and shit all over myself some more.
Oh, this is great.
Where'd you go to Walmart to get Pampers?
For old people, they're not called Pampers, Caesar. They're called Depends.
Depends.
As always, when Joe's on, we like to mention the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline 988. If you or anybody you know is experiencing a mental health crisis, needs help, there's always somebody there to listen. Suicide and Crisis Lifeline 988. Help is always there. Joe, welcome to hang out and eat some Dominoes with us for the rest of the show. As a matter of fact, I want you to just sit there and eat the Dominoes so that we can see when this becomes a horrible mistake. Like how many bites?
It's already a horrible mistake.
I was just going to say, he bit into it. It's over.
This is.
Wait, what kind of pizza is that, Joe?
Wisconsin 6 cheese with bacon and banana peppers.
It's not bad chopping choices, but those banana peppers are going to fuck your shit up.
Those aren't spicy.
Lauren,
No, they're not.
They're not
Lauren,
spicy. They just acid reflux and burn.
Lauren wanted to let us know Listerman is the official pregame location and the Roller Girls' new beer sponsor. So go to their 14th anniversary party before the game on the 10th. Actually, Tank will be at the anniversary party at Listerman's doing a live drawing that you can see on the big screen. You can see him drawing Listerman's Brewery at that party. So you can go hang out with Tank and then hang out with Lauren at the Roller Girls game afterwards. So that sounds like the plan to do on the 10th.
Bring your best roller derby name too. Don't introduce yourself by your real name. Come correct.
Brent pointing out that Domino's is going to see all of Nebraska.
No.
And then
it's only going
cover-
to see the next 10 miles.
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe, what do you think, Joe? Like 7 miles, and then it's just gonna see a big plot of land that it stays in for the rest of its time, right?
Joe, Tank is pointing out that cover is for quote little kids and not people's pee fetishes. Yeah, that's what it's all about. All right, listen. In the interest of time, there's been a lot that we have to do here. So here's what I think we should do, guys. Let's combine. This will be the first ever combination Haters Guide segment. So Scott, I want you to give your Haters Guide to Hard Knocks. Mookie, you can bitch about the FC Columbus Crew Hell is Real Derby, and I will then complain about you two on Tank's What You Into podcast that's out this week. We will do all of them at the same time so that we can knock them out and get through these very quickly.
This sounds horrible. It's just going to be us yelling over each other.
It's going to be – we'll go in order. Scott, you go first. First note from Hard Knocks.
We're going places. Agreed. Back to the top of the draft.
Mookie, Hell is Real. Give us a note.
Did Columbus choose their color palette just to troll Cincinnati fans thinking they look like Pittsburgh?
I think that's just all right, what are you into? The best 2/3 of craft brewed sports? I already pulled something rolling my eyes. We're 10 seconds in. Scott.
Dan probably put asbestos or anthrax in those pants because he's a dum-dum. Seriously, that's the worst day to have a front row seat in the team meeting.
Wow. I guess I have to skip forward to follow that with something stronger. Who the fuck is this chode playing the bass? Our booking department should be fired after that performance.
Oh, good. Parenting advice from Drew. That won't fuck up my kids at all.
I like to jump your ass. Keep coming out last. I'll just jump your ass. All of the paws.
Something isn't right. We're controlling too much of the play.
I'm listening at 1.5 speeds, and it feels like Mookie has been talking for 45 minutes about betting quarter lines.
Is this motherfucker a proctologist or NFL head coach? Seriously.
And that is why you didn't make the All-Star team, Vasquez.
Tank learning my pain of trying to rein in Mookie. Shout out Tank.
The return of Zamunda!
If Acosta spent half the energy he wasted complaining about meaningless shit actually playing, we would be unstoppable.
Mookie not listening multiple times during the shows when Caesar explained his DUI philosophy and having to be corrected by Tank. Classic Mookie. Also, fuck you for the mic swipe on that one. That was a dick move, Mookie.
Thanks for breaking down the differences between fucking Africa and America, you random screaming wife.
Oh, wow. How much you want to bet that ref isn't even listening to anyone and just pretending to think about going to VAR?
I'm going to use her services, but I can't remember her name. God damn it, Mookie, it's Haley Murphy. Haley Murphy.
Are you telling me now?
Pimpleton! LOL.
And that is why you did make the All-Star game, Vasquez.
Bumping this up to 2 times speed while Mookie rambles about his fantasy keepers. Jesus Christ, stop talking.
He's definitely a Lions. He's definitely a Lions wide receiver with all these drops.
Why would you pull Barriel at this point? We've never made that sub. Why try it now?
Did this kid seriously just make a Ukraine giving me a joke? Jesus Christ, Mookie, what are you doing?
This scene is giving me black people are easily impressed by magic vibes.
Was that the comedian?
No, that was when Pimpleton was juggling. And they're all like, oh shit, he went behind his back.
Guess it's not just our show where Scott doesn't pay up punishments.
Oh, this motherfucker. God damn, those are some big ass Jay-Z lips.
Yep.
Why we gotta bring up me losing to someone in fantasy with 2 open spots? You guys are dicks.
You're welcome for that one.
Okay, I'm gonna lay off of him. His nickname is Pimp. That's a pretty badass nickname.
This fucking team.
Scott having his Jordan Wizards run in fantasy is the greatest analogy I've ever heard in all of podcasting.
Tank nailed that fucking one. Paint your faces and sharpen your spears. Race card.
Jesus, typical classy Cincinnati, throwing shit on the field. I fucking hate this city.
Quote, with college, you can get into whatever college you claim to be a fan of. Scott, your privilege is showing.
Oh, fuck. What an ass clown. Seriously. He tells him to sharpen your spears and put on your face paint, but if you start a fight, you're cut.
How much closer to a win can we get and still lose?
Tank loving big offensive linemen and ground and pound football is the least shocking thing I've heard in my life.
This might be the latest in the notes so far, but I couldn't have notes without it. Fire Dan Campbell. Promote Deuce.
There's got to be more time and cost-efficient ways of ruining my liver and life. Tune in to Craft Brewed Sports on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. on YouTube Live and Facebook and anywhere that you get podcasts.
Not on Facebook anymore.
Whatever, fuck
Quote,
it.
in college, it's more about the name on the front of the jersey and not the name on the back. End quote. Mookie buying straight into the exploitation of college football players. Foreshadowing!
Holy shit. What a fucking terrible cover of Iran.
This fucking team.
There it is. Mookie saying that NIL is enough and that universities shouldn't have to pay kids. OWG status solidified.
LOL, Frank still has a job. Overly aggressive head coach meets underwhelming head coach. They should be on the same staff somewhere.
This fucking team.
Tank pulling the race card for the win.
Jamal gonna fuck someone up.
This fucking team.
Tank's awkward laugh after Scott talked blatant racism in college athletics. Welcome to my world, Tank.
See? This is why Dan Campbell can't scream, "There you go, boy." It takes on a different meaning if he does it.
Pass.
Confirmed. Scott transitioning to Jason Whitlock if he ever gets a ton of money.
It's true. Darius Leonard sighting. What's that dumbass name he wants us to call him? I can't even fucking remember.
Ass. I'm out, dude. I don't know what you're looking at me for.
You're out?
Oh, what the hell?
30.
Well, I did, but then like the way
Caesar,
Scott
the
came in
closer.
heavy,
We're
I,
tagging in. Caesar, you finish out for Mookie. Just anything you want to say whenever
Bro.
Scott's done, you talk.
FC Cincinnati being absolute dog shit, but here we are, Austin FC. Fucking bossing it. Playoffs, here we come, baby. Fuck.
Mookie shitting on the transfer portal and citing UC as a program that would be hurt by it. Bruh, have you been paying attention?
Deuce with no voice is greater than Campbell with any voice.
Do I go?
Yes, that's what
Yes,
you
sir.
said.
Oh,
So you-
Ralph Ross kicking an onside kick up 11. What a fucking idiot.
I love Scott's whisper for blatant points. Hilarious.
Black Mickey Mouse yelling at you in the huddle about how shit you played. How are these dudes not dying laughing?
Joe having shit across his leg as he walks across Nebraska is the way you can describe the football season.
damn.
Mookie, you're only allowed one transfer without penalty. Nobody is transferring every year. But even if they were, they should be allowed to.
I do love whispering to make my fucking blatant points. Jokes at the police's expense will never not be funny.
I wonder if Casey Thompson now thinks that the depth is the same at Nebraska as it is at Texas.
8 teams is right for now with the setup we currently have. How is nobody considering conference changes where we probably need 12 or 16, 3 or 4 mega conferences with 4 divisions each? Winner of each division makes the playoffs. It's simple.
Hulk Hogan reference in a room full of black kids. Classic.
Imagine being a University of Nebraska student spending $3,000 on a trip to Dublin and your team fucking loses to Northwestern.
Talking about how the bowls are meaningless after Tank's question about whether guys should be able to opt out of bowl games. I think both questions are answered at the same time here, fellas.
Josh Adams singing Michelle Branch. Over under on 2.5 on dudes in this room who recognize that shit.
Imagine being asked if you're going to resign from your job right after losing a fucking game.
Mookie saying the Duke's Mayo Bowl is the only bowl that we should protect because of the mayonnaise bath is the best take he's ever had in his entire history ever.
LOL. He said no freedom to the dude that's in prison.
I can't think of anything else. Fuck.
Fuck this motherfucker count, 8,459.
Jesus Christ, I think they need to start giving scripts to these parents like they did Diggs' son.
I have
Fuck Scott Kaiser.
that one too. Fuck LAFC.
Tank mentioned Bevo. Somewhere Caesar just said dog and doesn't.
Oh, fuck, he's a dog!
I'm gonna start combining Blau's frustration with my own. Golly fuck, man. Frick you and your mama.
LAFC spent millions of dollars on these European signings while they can't even beat a fucking team that had an alleged criminal on their team.
We talk about the Sooner Schooner jackknifing and nobody mentions the trash and energy drinks that spilled out all over the field. Come on, fellas, do better.
We are shoving it up their ass. No, seriously, this guy should have been a proctologist.
The University of Oklahoma just existing.
Neck. It's neck. Suck that tiger dick, bitch.
It's called pop, motherfucker. Get it right.
Brian Kelly killed a kid.
The Big Shoe? Jesus Christ, Mookie.
That was probably my favorite part of that whole show.
Dude, I was so aggressively
The
hungover.
guy
man.
from Michigan, the Big Shoe.
Oh god.
Oh. my last note says, also, of course, it's called Drank in the South. What's up, Jamarcus Russell?
Joe, Caesar, anything?
The fuck OU.
Oh,
I
you
haven't
telegraphed the shit out of that sign-off, fellas. Fuck you both. There you go. There's our combined notes from the weekend.
That actually went pretty well.
I'm
Nailed it.
Dueling notes. I like that.
Other than Mookie completely blowing his load
I was
halfway
just
through.
gonna say, I was like, we had a
So-
list of.
so-
You had the number of 30. You stopped at like 12.
Because it doesn't.
So what
play
you're
as well
saying
when I
is,
start
what you're saying
bitching
is
about
Mookie did his
overlapping
impression of my
runs.
butthole.
What about your butthole? Can we see your butthole?
Being that I had to think of this on the fly, I think I did pretty decent.
You did very well. Also, Joe with the save with the fuck Scott Kaiser was well done. We didn't do this beforehand, but let's do. Okay, we're going to do 2 real quick stories before we get out of here tonight. So the first story comes to us from the world of football. Guys, during the Ravens game, preseason game this past weekend, there was one of those mascot versus youth football games at halftime.
Yeah, I saw that.
And the Ravens mascot Poe got tackled by a youth football player and had to be carted off of the field.
God.
It was
They
ACL.
for so long.
He
they
tore his
actually-
ACL.
Yes, they almost delayed the start of the second half because he was laying there so long. And the best part was nobody knew if it was fake or if he was really hurt and they thought he was playing it up. So they just let him lay there until finally they came out and scraped him on the cart. Oh, this was amazing. And perfect timing for me to launch that TikTok campaign. Just saying.
Do you think it's better or worse for the Ravens season, given the way their season was last year with injuries, that the mascot tore his ACL in the preseason? Like, that could be foreboding, or it could be like, we got all the bad juju out.
We got it all out by
It's
Poe
all good.
blowing
If
his
they
ACL.
didn't have a running back as a quarterback, they'd be fine.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Race card.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Because it was coded.
I did that. I said that for Chase specifically. For
Yeah.
Chase.
Caesar, you had your hand up before Joe's racist comments about Lamar.
Dude, it's because I know that's fucked up. Do you want to wear white sleeves like you did last season? Thank you.
Tank said Caesar, improv dog.
Thank you. Anyways, have you seen the field that the Ravens practice on? It looks like fucking Laredo grass. That shit was brown as hell. Fucking dead.
Yeah, but that doesn't explain why the mascot blows
No,
out.
no.
his-
That's why all the running backs were dying.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I love a mascot getting tackled by a kid and ending up on the
Tearing his
injury.
ACL.
That's
What a
fantastic.
So that Rollergirls mascot better
that
watch the
didn't
fuck out
happen
on the
to-
10th then.
That didn't happen to Blooper. Blooper fucked them kids up.
Blooper gave a nasty ass tip on the drum kid. He whooped the shit out of that kid. Blooper took no.
We world champion mascots. We ain't going off on no fucking stretchers. God damn it.
When I saw Poe go down, all I could think of was Papa St. Brown sitting there going, "How many calf raises do you think he's got?"
0.
All right, let's talk a quick baseball story.
Here's the pitch. Oh, shit.
Scott, we've got a classic baseball injury as Aroldis Chapman has found his way to
my
15-day IL after receiving. He got an infection after receiving a tattoo. So he got a tattoo, his leg got infected, and now he's on the 15-day IL.
Fucking
I love
classic.
baseball injuries.
I love a mid-season tattoo after you just got off the DL. Like, even if you're not thinking it'll get infected, what worse time with only a month and a half left of the season as your team comes down the stretch and they need you to be like, you know what I should do? Get a fucking tattoo right now. Like, don't wait till the 6-month off season. Let's do it right now. Idiot.
How are the Mariners doing? How are the Mariners and Diamondbacks doing? Are they going to make it to the playoffs or no?
The Mariners are. The Mariners just signed one of the best players in baseball, or the best young players in baseball, to like a $4 gajillion contract.
Excuse me. Can we please use the Mariners' correct name, the Cincinnati Reds West? Okay, that's their correct name. Everybody who played for the Reds is now playing for the Mariners. Yes, they are.
Seahawks rise, baby.
Where are you going to go to Seattle? Apparently,
That was actually the answer to the question. Where are you going to go? Just follow us on up to Seattle.
Seattle.
You had something there, Mookie? Was there?
Oh, I was just gonna say I didn't realize that the kids from Curacao got signed to go play for the Mariners, but good for them.
Let's go
Talk about
Mariners.
these beers that we were drinking tonight. Wait, give us the sexy music, Joe. There it is. Scott, what was in your mug tonight? Would you bang it?
I was drinking 7%er Whole Hogs Pumpkin Ale. I'd bang it just because it's fine, but it's real basic. There's nothing special about it.
Mookie, what were you drinking? Would you bang it?
I was drinking Double Clip from Stone Face Brewing.
What?
And absolutely.
Double who?
clip.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
Caesar's like, I can't find that beer. Oh wait, no.
Even if there's two of them.
I heard double clit. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, we all did.
Oh, anyway, I drank tiger's blood. Hey, after following clit, I drank tiger's blood. This one was good. I drank.
Did it taste like pennies?
I don't get into
It
tiger's
tastes like
blood clit.
pennies.
That's not my thing, bro.
Fruited juice pack. This one was dog shit. If you saw me making faces throughout the shows, because I was drinking this bitch.
A lot of people thought it was because you were on mushrooms.
No,
That was where the comments were going. I had here today, it's an IPA from Odyssey Beer Works. It's a dad pop, major dad pop vibes on this one. I'd smash it, whatever. Missionary Wednesday for this one. Joe, what were you drinking with your Donato or your Domino's over there?
how's the pizza?
I have Sprite because that's what I had when I was a kid when I had a tummy ache, and I've eaten half the pizza already.
Oh
I don't know, man. I still see a big pie in front of you. Let me see your work.
It was
It's
a
just a
large
visual.
pizza.
It's the visual, Drew. He's eating the other side.
I'm just trying to see both sides of his pie.
Can
man.
I hate on
Back
something
off.
real quick?
I usually like to eat the middle.
Tiger blood?
I was gonna hate on something
Sometimes.
real quick.
Sometimes it gives me a nice mustache waxing.
No, go ahead. Caesar,
Fuck
go ahead.
Texas A&M and all your fucking fans. All you pieces of shits asking me about Texas A&M and Kellen Mond got drafted before Sam Ehlinger. Where's Kellen Mond now? Oh,
Who muted him? No, that was gonna be how we ended this.
where's Kellen Mond on the fucking waivers? And where's Sam Ehlinger on the roster? Fuck on station. All right, God bless, guys.
No.
This has been Craft Root Sports, everybody. The podcast that apparently spans Texas and made Kellen Mond. Where's Kellen Mond? That's what I want to know.
On the
Find out.
fucking waivers.
Somebody find out where Kellen Mond is. And if you do, tweet at us at Craft Beat Sports, or you can hit us on Instagram, same handle. Like the show on Facebook, subscribe to the Facebook group. There's a lot of good people in there that post hilarious, funny shit. Be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, subscribe and review wherever you get your podcast. Shout out Belly Up Sports, bellyupsports.com. Hit them up for such great content and check out all of the podcasts on the Belly Up Sports Podcast Network. We will see you all next Tuesday. Cheers, everybody.
I'm a good person, man.
Double clip for the win.
The stars at night are big and wide.
Feel like poop right now.